We're glad you're still with us here on Morning at NTV. The time is just about the bottom of the hour of 8. Let's now take note. Unlocking opportunities for entrepreneurs. I'll be introducing my guests very shortly. They are big in business, but as entrepreneurs take actions to search for opportunities that will hit the international market. The annual Uganda Innovation Week that opens tomorrow and this year's edition will facilitate engagements between innovators and investors with a primary focus on networking and partnerships. Now, that is a lot of stuff that is going to be happening. With me in the studio is Olga Naiga, a business and investment analyst, Hive Colab, and Rogers Kagoda, a strategist at Innovation Village, joining us to talk Innovation Week. Very warm welcome to the program, Mr. Kagoda and Ms. Naiga.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
How are you doing?
Good.
Awesome. How are
So,
you doing?
who is going to take us through the Uganda Innovation Week and what it's all about before I begin to ask the questions that many who want to be entrepreneurs will want to know?
The Innovation Week is Uganda's largest innovation week. Basically, it's an ecosystem convener. So all the different players in the innovation ecosystem coming together, networking, discussing. There are also investors at this Innovation Week, and they're all coming together and they're discussing the pertinent issues to the startup ecosystem.
Interesting there.
Yes.
You've spoken of big words: ecosystem, startup, innovation. What's the landscape like when it comes to the ability for young persons today to innovate, and is the ecosystem built to ensure that they actually do the job pretty well?
We are building the ecosystem. It is a work in progress, and there's so many different players coming on board. So, and that is helping all the different innovators, and it's trying to level the field, whether you're coming in from Kabale, Kampala, Mukono, Moroto. Yeah, it doesn't matter which side of the country you're coming from. We're trying to have innovation hubs and spaces where people come together and can actually innovate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rogers, where and in what are we innovating?
First of all, I'll first maybe ping back to what the ecosystem is and what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So I'm currently working with the Innovation Village, and what we're trying to do is to literally become an ecosystem convener for innovation. And what we've done is to create this launchpad for entrepreneurs and innovators to be able to come create ideas, validate them, take them to the market, and be able to gain traction. So if we to start speaking of innovations, two things that come up always: is it about the creativity? Is it about the sustainability of what you're creating? At the village, what we're doing is trying to combine both. You can be as creative as possible. It could be in the tech space. It could be in the creative side. Either you're an artist, you're a plumber. So we're combining both the tech innovators and the creative innovators. And we've created space to be able to support both. That is the Innovation Village and Motive in Bugolobi.
Okay. You introduce a word that interests me: support.
Yeah.
What is the support architecture like? She spoke about the fact that anybody from Kasese, from Butaleja, where I come from, can come and be able to be part of this a space that allows for innovation and creativity to thrive. But what is the architecture like? How do I become part of it? When I do, how does it help?
Yeah, thank you. So what we've done infrastructure-wise on the ground level, first of all, is to spread the offices across the country. So as the village, we've been able to set up offices in northern Uganda, Gulu, Mbarara, and in Jinja, and of course Central. So how do we start the support? I think begins with the different programs we're running. It could be a partner program that we have. It could be an in-house program that we're currently running, and depending on the demographics and whom we are targeting, you can be able to join the program. And most of the programs are free, so anyone can be able to join, be part of a program and learn, or be part of innovating whatever kind of challenge we're taking on.
Okay, we would, if technology would allow, do like a virtual tour of what that space is, but you could take us through it, Olga. if, for example, somebody says, I'm coming from Butaleja and I'm creative in a particular aspect, or I want to innovate in tech, and I'm accessing either the Hive Colab or the Innovation Village, give me the picture of what this piece of infrastructure is.
Okay, so if you walked into Hive Colab, probably you'd in most cases fall into one of our programs. Right now we have the Youth Startup Academy. We're looking for you to build Uganda's first unicorn. So you come in and you'll go through different boot camps, and you're going to meet world-class trainers, facilitators, and mentors. It's a 6-month program. So you can come in with just an idea, and by the time you leave, you'll have a prototype, you'll have market validation, you'll be ready to start off. And if you come in with already something more than you've moved further from ideation, you walk away with a proper business, something that's ready to set off. We've got so many of our different startups that are going to be showcasing the Uganda Innovation Week this week. And they are doing impressive stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We look forward to seeing exactly what they are up to. But let me introduce something on government policy towards innovation and the creative industry. I know there are initiatives for collaboration, but that entirely depends on how conducive government policy is in driving such innovations forward. In many countries, including our very immediate neighbor Kenya, the tech industry is explosive, and what she describes as unicorns have been able to set up a place in Kenya. Are we receiving the kind of support that is needed from the state or the government, to say the least? Or you can talk about the initiatives that are underway, or even the policy framework that is available for this particular.
Yeah, I think on the side of the policy, what we've seen the past 1-2 years is, I think, the move towards the startup bill for Uganda. We've seen all the ecosystem, the startup ecosystem coming together to push for it. I think this is a conversation that has brought all the players, either startups, entrepreneurship support organization, to be able to advocate for the bill. So yes, there are things missing, but I think we're moving in the right direction. If we have the startup bill implemented, we have a couple of government programs that have been set up. I mean, the National ICT Hub, the NITA support that is coming on, and other programs. So yes, we are moving, but there's still much work to do, but we believe we'll get there. The startup ecosystem is really growing, and yeah, we're moving in the right direction.
Okay, startup ecosystem is growing. Let me ask the fundamental question. What does it take to start up? If, for example, Hive Colab and the Innovation Village were not in operation, the African creativity space, many times people say, depends entirely on the internet. So much so that when government came in to block Facebook, there were people who said the young people are going to be heavily affected. But when you do the readings on our call it a footprint on the internet, many youth are into a little bit of fun, killing time on the internet, unlike innovating. I do not know whether it is a case of those within the urban centers who are able to access and know pretty much about such initiatives that are ongoing. But when they say there's an explosion of startup intake or any other businesses out there, what do they mean? What is the landscape like? Is it something I can take to the bank? I don't know whether that makes sense, but am I putting too many words in one thing?
Yes.
Are these innovations bankable? When you talk about a unicorn, what is a unicorn, by the way? I have an idea, but please.
It's a fast, high-paced startup which is able to make a turnover of about $1 billion.
What?
Yes.
$1 billion?
Yes, that's where we're heading to.
Okay, that's where you're heading to.
We do not yet have one. We do have some in Africa, but we do not yet have one in Uganda.
So are these innovations bankable? Are they things we can take to the market and say, hey, here we are, this is what we can provide, or you have a lot of ideation going on, and there is hope that within a space of either 2 or 3 years we shall be able to come up with something?
No, these innovations are actually bankable. There are some that I could give an example of, something like M-Scan.
M-Scan?
Yeah, they have portable scanners, and this is they're making strides in the medical field. You have the startups like Rocket Health, and these are names you can now relate with. You have startups like Uganda Technologies. Yes, you have the startups like Akelo Banker. These are bankable startups. They are making strides. Are there, where we mention one Akelo Banker, are there 1,000 that have failed? Yeah, that's some. But that's why the places like, the Hive Colab exist, to make sure that even all those other people, all those other ideas are able to see their ideas coming to pass to fruition, because we come in and actually help them run through the different programs. Yeah, we had a program which was running in circular agriculture.
Yep.
And we have startups like Chris Higenyi. We have that is working in the value chain of avocado, and they are zero waste. Yeah, they make amazing oil. They make teas. They're using everything in the avocado value chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
You spoke about Rocket Health. Rocket Health, did it emerge from the Hive Colab or Innovation Village ecosystem, or it found support within that?
Support from the different.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were not.
They were independent.
Yeah.
But then, are you working with them, or?
No, I was giving an example. Bankable.
Bankable.
Yes.
Yeah. So over the last how many years have these establishments been in business, and what can you say? Can you put numbers to the successes or the results? Can you show us the picture? So, for example, over the last how many years we have these guys have been able to come into the business and they're able to transform lives in this particular way? Any any business? Because that's what most Ugandans out there are like, hey, I want to see what's happening.
Yeah, so I think really for the last 7-8 years we've seen really a great change in the startup ecosystem. But I think let's first look at it in terms of layers. The first layer of the startup ecosystem was really creating awareness.
Okay.
Remember in 2015, 2014, it was just awareness to know even what a startup and innovation is. So we've moved away from just creating awareness. We've moved to the second level of actually now creating businesses that are now being acquired, right? And we've seen a couple of mergers and acquisitions now happening. Have we seen a couple of unicorns yet? We're not yet there, but we're moving there.
Okay.
But we're also moving now to the level of really building the unicorns and all that. But then what is really been fundamental is let's look at the support and everything that has come through. I mean, we have almost over 50 programs running in different hubs every year, right? That's impacting in terms of either teaching the young people what the new digital economy is and the opportunities available, the number of jobs created on those layers, and how many people are being supported. Today, I mean, we all know that today we have a huge number of businesses that are running on social media, right? I mean, these are things that you could not talk about 7-8 years back.
That's right.
So the support does not only look at you having a unicorn pop-up. It looks at what kind of awareness have we created, what kind of infrastructure have we put in, how much investment is coming in, and in that way we can start to track impact and success over time. But where we're going, yeah, we're getting closer to the unicorns.
Okay. Yeah. Now, scalability of business is one thing that usually determines most businesses' success or ability to go ahead. You spoke about acquisition and mergers. Yeah. If an individual who has been a protege at the Innovation Village and a Hive Colab came up with an idea that is bankable, but realizes that it will need a lot more resources to take it to the next level, and is willing to either sell or become a part owner by allowing a person who has more capacity to take over. is this something you prepare these youth for?
Yeah.
Are the opportunities there? Do they know that my company could be taken over, and when a takeover happens, this is what happens, and it's okay? Because many of us don't want to sell what we have begun, especially here in Africa. Does that happen at...
Yes, yes, it does. In our program, towards the end of the 6-month program, we have something we call investor readiness.
Investor readiness.
So, in this case, you are being trained to actually know what it is that it takes. How do you value your company? Yeah. Are you willing to give up some equity, or are you willing to go for debt?
Okay.
Yes, so we train them. We also teach them things like the capitalization tables. What are the legalities involved in this? What do they need to do? And we have bring in different experts in the different fields to actually teach the business owners, the startups, the founders, what it means to get investor ready, and what the impact will be on their businesses. Yes.
All right, let's talk the Innovation Week proper. Both of you could take us through exactly what those out there who want to be part of it should expect, should look out for. How can somebody be a part of it who is not within the ecosystem?
Right. Uganda Innovation Week will starting tomorrow, the 22nd, 24th of November. We are so excited. The theme this year is adapt or be left behind. The opportunities the digital economy is bringing to the Uganda's ecosystem, definitely the entrepreneurs or the startups. So why should you be part of the Uganda Innovation Week? I mean, it is the biggest convener of the startups within the country. And it's not only about the startup, but we're having also the corporate companies, we're having investors, we're having everyone coming to be part of the event. So it's the biggest for Uganda. So you come through, let's network, let's see what the startups are building, and let's see how we can collaborate. I mean, the corporate side, there's a lot of challenges that the startups are solving, and then the startups also have gaps and things they need that the corporates have. So let's come and collaborate and see how we can be able to pick out from that.
Where is this again?
It will be at a National ICT Hub
In Nakawa.
In Nakawa.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Olga Naiga, Business and Investment Analyst at Hive Colab. And many thanks to you to Rogers Kagoda, Strategist at Innovation Village, for that wonderful perspective on the landscape, especially with regard to startup innovation as well as creativity of the young population in the country. It's been an honor hosting you.
Thank you so much.
All right, that will do it for our Tech Note, unlocking opportunities for entrepreneurs. Like the two guests have said, you've got to be part of this, especially if you want to be part of a new wave of entrepreneurs that are being created within these spaces. It's always a good idea to know and understand exactly where you can find the support system for your business, especially if you want to be the kind of investor that you want to grow into. That will do it for this particular edition of the Tech Note. Stay with us.